Hello, and welcome. I'm Skip Jennings, meditation teacher and yoga instructor. I welcome you to this guided meditation, also a process dealing with the times we're in. We have been seeing racism for so long, for centuries in this country and in the world. But it seems at this time, there has been this overwhelming amount of information that we are receiving about this issue. So my intention for this practice and my intention for this meditation is for us to have an honest communication with ourselves. Racism, sexism, homophobia, all these low frequency vibrations holds us back from being who we are meant to be. I believe our calling is to be in a state of peace, not just peace with each other, but peace with ourselves. A state of absolute love, and I'm not talking about the romantic love, I'm talking about the energy that creates all things. We are called to be in a state of grace, of right action, of oneness, divine power. And these are all the higher frequencies that we are. So one of the things that we must be able to do is to have an honest communication around what is happening. So during this past couple of weeks, we have begun to emerge out of our quarantine from this pandemic. And I believe that a part of what we are experiencing is that uneasiness of wanting to get out of our homes and out of this space that we feel contained. But there's something so much deeper than that. There is a conversation that we are not having. See, racism is an ancestral energy that has not been healed. We have not been willing to have that conversation of healing and reparations. And I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about forgiveness. So as long as we're not having this conversation, as long as we're not focusing, then we'll never fully heal. See, racism is rooted in fear. Fear of someone else or fear of something we have learned to dislike. We witness police brutality all the time because of this energy that others have learned to control or dominate another person. But the biggest reason, I believe, is because we have forgotten who we are and what we are. We are one. We are connected. There is an energy that flows between all of us that cannot be denied. But we have forgotten. Some of us know our oneness and have forgotten. Others have never learned. This meditation is a call to action. This process is a way that we can get honest with ourselves, but then ask the bigger question, what can I do? And after the contemplative process, we'll do a beautiful Hawaiian prayer I learned when I lived in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. Ho'oponopono is a prayer of forgiveness to help us to forgive ourselves, to forgive others, and ultimately landing us in a space and a place of peace. So let's begin. Let's get comfortable. Let's begin to relax and to breathe, releasing any tension in the body. There could be some dis-ease from watching the news or just reading the papers or being online. This is your time to release it. Just for this sacred time of meditation and contemplation. Release anything that you might have brought into this meditation, into this time and space. Don't worry about where you're going to be after this. Just be here. Your willingness to settle in and to become more mindful is a call to action within itself of a spiritual evolution. So I invite you to close your eyes. And today, just breathe. Remember that you are here. You're setting the intention to wake up to a higher frequency. We're setting the intention to begin an ancestral healing. Breathe. Be open. Be willing. And as we begin to contemplate our lives as social justice warriors, we invite an honest conversation and communication with ourselves. Transformation begins at home, and you are the home. And as we continue to breathe and continue to have these introspective moments, the first step is to feel it. This is not a time for spiritual bypass and to pretend this is not happening. Racism, social injustice, brutality, it is happening. We feel the energy. We recognize it. We see it. It's happening. And because we're willing to feel it and to call it out, then we're able to deal with it. And the dealing of this is to understand that this is a time of remembering. We have forgotten that we are one on this planet. We have forgotten that we are connected so much deeper than skin color, race, sexual preference, gender. We're connected by something that we can't see, but we can feel. There is an interruption in the balance. There's an interruption in our state of peace. There is a dis-ease in the way that we are living our lives. But we're willing to deal. The dealing of this is a time for us to be more mindful, more loving, it is a time to ask, what am I here to do? What am I called to do to make this a better place? We are all not called to be on the front lines of a protest, but we can protest in our own way. Maybe not allowing hateful language to be around us, or maybe what we post in the social media realm, or maybe we are called to be on the front lines as a social justice warrior. We feel so that we may deal. And then we heal. The healing is an energy of peace, of love, of bringing us together. We are not called to be on the sidelines. This is a call to action. Your action might be to teach others, to pray, to meditate, to walk, to speak languages of truth. Whatever you're being called to do, it's from a place of love. It is a time to be willing for right action to take place with love. Social justice from a place of love. Helping others to connect because we are love. The healing is a space where we allow ourselves to remember the place of peace, Remember the space of connection. The healing is internal. The healing begins within ourselves. We feel, we deal, we heal, then we reveal. The revelation comes forth during a time where we do not fully understand what's going on. The revelation is a time of understanding something has to be done. We must shift and heal lifetimes of separation, of fear, of separation. The revelation is a call for peaceful demonstrations, peaceful acts. We ask, what am I to do? What is my calling in this movement? The revelation, the revealing, is a time that we acknowledge justice, equality, oneness, and it begins with how we think, how we treat ourselves, how we treat others. We reveal a call for forgiveness. We reveal our willingness to forgive generations of the way we think, the way we allow other people to treat us. We reveal this time that's calling forth a higher way of living. We reveal the time is now. Let's breathe in. Big exhale. So I invite you to participate in a forgiveness mantra. Forgiving our past indiscretions. Forgiving ourselves for maybe believing in untruth or allowing our thoughts to separate us or to feel a place of separation. I invite you to simply repeat after me, and this can be done on your own. It can be done anywhere, anytime that we're feeling dis-ease and unrest. So let's begin. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. So, I believe forgiveness begins with ourselves. So let's say it to ourselves. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Now bring to mind someone that you've had a confrontation with, or maybe someone that has brought this energy of separation, or this low frequency energy into your consciousness. And repeat, I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. And let's send this out to the world, to the globe. Bring to mind the globe, the planet, and especially in the times that we're in now, repeat after me. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. Let's all just begin to take a deep breath in. And let's begin to bring our awareness back into the space that we're in. Slowly begin to open up the eyes. And just feel the energy of the process that we just experienced. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. And today I invite you, no matter what you're doing, bring the intention to be a social justice warrior of peace, of love, of right action, forgiveness, and grace. I wish you well. I wish our planet well. And reminder that this is a process. We are learning how to heal. Namaste.